some major issues that you think face America today. Anybody have some of those in mind? I know drinking, you mentioned.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Reed, was that yours?
yeah.
Okay, well, let's take
Terrorism.
a look at this video and see what I believe happens to be a major issue.
Oh, looks like buffalo.
We're just playing. Whoa.
Now, who can tell me what they just witnessed? Good.
5 kids brutally beaten on another.
Well, yeah, in all reality, but you just witnessed what I think is quite possibly one of the biggest problems in America, and that problem is bullying. As defined by freedictionary.com, bullying is to make one's way through aggressive behavior. And a bully is a person who is habitually cruel or overbearing, especially to smaller and weaker people. In a personal survey I conducted amongst hallmates in Galton Hall, 9 out of 10 people said that they have been bullied in their lifetime. And the one person that said that they have not was most likely mine. So, in correspondence with my personal survey, that would mean that perhaps just one person here has never been bullied in their lifetime. Moving forward, the heinous and vicious attacks, both physically and verbally, that kids go through each and every single day is simply something that no person should ever have to tolerate. This is why I believe that state legislatures and school districts must mandate new laws in regards to bullying. In a study that I came across in an anonymous blog, 77% of students, grades kindergarten through 12, have reported being bullied either physically, mentally, or verbally. Of that 77%, 14% had reported that they had severe emotional reactions to being bullied. This blog also states that over half of all bullying incidents go unreported, which in my personal opinion is utterly ridiculous. Consequently, because of bullying behavior, over 100,000 kids have told their elders, teachers, parents, and so on, that at one point in their life they had taken a loaded weapon to school. Now, to me, that was a big time shock. 100,000 kids. That's quite a hefty number. As if you're like the bullying type, that kind of puts things in check for you. I wouldn't imagine like a kid bringing a gun to school just for picking. But the real question is, has the United States really come to such a maximum of bullying that we can no longer handle it? School buildings and even outside of the educational world, bullying has reached an all-time high. The children that carry guns to school are doing that for a specific purpose. They mean harm, and they're looking to put an end to their hard times as being bully victims. And unfortunately and tragically, they do put an end to their bullying by not being attacked. Not one single person should be ridiculed for having a unique appearance or being the weird kid. If school districts and the government do not intervene and put an end to this emotional and physical beatdowns that thousands of children go every single day, then society is going to be in deep, deep trouble in the near future. Through many different ways, bullying is taking precious lives from youth who have barely begun to live those. As I recently mentioned, bullying victims are simply killing their victims in the same cold-hearted manner that they have been treated for so long. Another way that bullying is taking lives is when bullies just go too far. Say, for an example, I'm a bully and Ethan is the one that I'm bullying. We could perhaps be at a pond or some other body of water, and I know for a fact that Ethan cannot swim. And I poke, and bam, he falls in the water. Me and my posse, we might be laughing at him, ha 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 ha. But Ethan really can't swim, and he drowns. This is happening all around the world, and most importantly, in the United States. These predicaments that bullies are placing their victims into are harsh and cruel, and they need to be stopped immediately. They likely don't mean for anything bad to happen, but oftentimes bad things do occur, often resulting in murder. The most devastating way a bully is ending lives is through victim suicide. The handout that I passed around, you can all turn over now. I'm going to get into a story about the girl that is mentioned right there. And this is from a website I found called jaredstory.com, and which is a database with multiple bully victims who were just pushed too far and decided to end their lives just as quickly as they began. The truly heartfelt story I read was one about a young girl named Christina Calca. The story that is in front of you with some critical details that I thought were most importance. She was a 15-year-old high school student from Michigan. As I began reading the story, a tear literally came to my eye from viewing the types of things she had to put up with in her over the span of 4 years. And I'm not the type of person who cries hardly ever. But this story was just so sad, and as we take a look at some of the details, I'm sure that this will sadden you as well. Christina's parents entered her bedroom 3 days before her sweet 16th birthday, only to find her dead. As every parent would be, Christina's parents were shocked, and they were devastated and had no idea why such a thing would happen. They had no clue why their daughter must have enough nerve to take her own life at such a young age. However, before committing suicide, Christina took the time to leave behind 2 suicide notes and chat scripts from AOL Instant Messenger. This led her parents to realize exactly why she had decided to take her own life. And on this handout are some of the things that she left behind for her parents to discover. Have some of you gotten pretty far on that? Give me some feedback on that. Like that's just horrible. And I don't know how you feel.
It looks like she was a cheerleader, so she was probably
she's a
relatively.
beautiful looking young lady.
she's beautiful.
It's a shame too that she says how she's always the ugly one, and she's pretty far from that, or at least I would think. But moving on to my conclusion, does this seem like something a child should ever have to go through? What Christina did over the span of 4 years, ultimately resulting in her suicide? Absolutely not. Not even in the slightest manner. Reasons such as the death of Christina are exactly why we as a whole, along with our governments and school districts, need to put ourselves in check and put an end to bullying. If we don't find a way to bring all of this to a screeching halt, then we are only bullying ourselves in the long run. I know that I don't want my children and the generations to follow to live in such a society as this, and I hope that none of you